Hello and welcome to Monday Night at the Museum. This is Season 2, Episode 3. I'm Harriet Weber, Director of Operations at the Quincy Valley Historical Society and Museum. We're really glad that you tuned in. You know, we started doing these about last April as a way to bring encouragement and hope to people who were fully in the lockdown of COVID. And as the season wore on, I think we produced about 22 of them. You just really told us how much you appreciated it, and you have supported us, encouraged us, and given us ideas as we have come into 2021 now about things that you'd like to hear and be presented. So this season, we actually are doing some musical nights and some speaker presentations, and I'll tell you more about that at the end of what's coming up. But tonight, we have a special presentation by Miss Allison Pheasant. She's a local teacher, and I think you'll really enjoy her songs. She'll be presenting 5 renditions of songs that all have something in common, and that is storytelling. So she's going to be telling stories tonight in 3 different avenues. One of them is musical theater, which is very easily accessible. Another one is an art song, which you might not be as familiar with, but she's going to be giving a haunting rendition with an art song. And then 2 musical opera arias. And you may be going, opera? No, opera's not my thing. But I just encourage you to at least give it a try tonight. Because opera, art songs, musical theater, they all have storytelling in common. And I want to read to you a quote by Alex Regic, General Director of the Scottish Opera. He says, "Quite simply, opera is the stuff of life. It is the ultimate expression through live performance of the human condition, of all that we feel, fear, and care about. Storytelling is a fundamental human need, and there is nothing that can beat opera as a way of telling the stories that need telling, the stories that help us understand what it is to be fully human." So sit back, enjoy these 5 stories that Miss Allison Pheasant is presenting to us. And thanks so much for tuning in.
This next song is called Voi che sapete by Mozart. It's from Mozart's famous opera Le Nozze di Figaro, which is The Marriage of Figaro. And this aria is sung by the character Cherubino, who is a pants role, which means it's a male character, usually a young boy, but it's sung by a mezzo or a soprano. This is Voi che sapete.
Che cosa amor?
song is called Verborgenheit by Hugo Wolf. It is from Wolf's Mörike Lieder, where he took a collection of songs and set them to poems by Edward Mörike. And this song was written in 1888. This is Verborgenheit. This song is called The Crucifixion. This art song by Samuel Barber is part of his song cycle Hermit Songs. Hermit songs are musical settings of poems written by Irish monks and scholars and later translated into modern English. This is The Crucifixion. At the cry of the first bird, they began to crucify thee, O Son. Never shall lament cease because of that. It was like the parting This next song is called A Trip to the Library from the musical She Loves Me, my favorite musical. It is sung by the character Ilona. After having so much trouble finding love, and with love, she decides to do something she's never done before, which is go to the library. And suddenly all of my confidence dribbled away with a pitiful plop. My head was beginning to swim and my forehead was covered in cold perspiration. I started to reach for a book and my hand automatically came to a stop. I don't know how long I stood frozen, a victim of panic and mortification. Oh, how I wanted to flee. When a kindly voice, a gentle voice whispered, "Pardon me." And there was this dear, sweet, clearly respectable, thickly bespectacled man who stood by my side and quietly said to me, "Ma'am, don't mean to intrude, but I was just wondering, are you in need of some help?" I said no. "Yes, I am." The next thing I know, I'm sipping hot chocolate and telling my troubles to Paul, whose tender brown eyes kept sending compassionate looks. A trip to the library has made a new girl of me, for suddenly I can see the magic of books. I have to admit, in the back of my mind I was praying he wouldn't get fresh. And all of the while I was wondering why an illiterate girl should attract him. Then all of a sudden he said that I couldn't go wrong with the way of all flesh. Of course it's a novel, but I didn't know her. I certainly wouldn't have smacked him. Well, he gave me a smile that I couldn't resist. And I knew at once how much I liked this optometrist. You know what this dear, sweet, slightly bespectacled gentleman said to me next? He said he could solve this problem of mine. I said, how? He said if I'd like, he'd willingly read to me some of his favorite things. I said when? He said now. His novel approach seemed highly suspicious and possibly dangerous too. I told myself, wait, think, dare you go up to his flat? What happens if things go wrong? It's obvious he's quite strong. He read to me all night long. Now how about that? It's hard to believe how truly domestic and happily hopeful I feel. I picture my Paul there, reading aloud as I cook. As long as he's there to read, there's quite a good chance indeed. A chance that I'll never need to open a book. Unlike someone else, someone I dimly recall, I know he'll only have eyes for me, my optometrist, Paul. This song is called Once Upon a December from the animated movie Anastasia, sung by the title character, when the melody of a music box reminds her of a musical dream where she is singing this song with her grandmother. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know, things it yearns to remember. And a song someone sings once upon a
Thanks for watching tonight. I wanted to just talk with Allison Pheasant just a little bit and ask her a few questions so she could tell you about her training in vocal performance and what music means to her. So Allison, tell us a little bit about how you have trained to be able to sing so beautifully.
I actually grew up as an instrumentalist, and I played the trombone and clarinet and sousaphone all through middle school and high school, and then it wasn't until college where I took voice lessons. Oh, I did take a year of voice lessons in high school actually, on the side, but I didn't really think about it professionally until college. My third year of college, I started taking private voice lessons as a music major, and then I progressed, got my bachelor's in music at Whitworth University, and then my master's in music for vocal performance specifically at Central Washington University, and I've just grown from there, and I love to take every opportunity I can to still keep singing.
Wonderful. And I know she's really involved in musical theater as well, so tell us about some of the roles that you've had and maybe what your favorite ones are.
I've played Molly Brown in The Unsinkable Molly Brown at Maskers and Sarah Brown in Guys and Dolls. And I've also was Mrs. Brill in Mary Poppins last year, and it wasn't a lot of solo singing, but I did get to sing a lot with all the ensemble songs, and it was just a huge joy to be a part of that.
Wonderful.
Oh, and I also have sung at church. I love to sing at least once a month on the worship team, where I can, anywhere I can get the chance to sing. I also teach music, so I get to sing that sometimes during that, not as much this year, but I do get to sing during that as well.
And so this is a new question. She didn't know I was going to ask this, but you are a teacher.
Yes.
So tell us, you probably use music in your classroom, as I did when I taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us how important you think that is for children.
Oh, I think music is so important. It gives them an opportunity to express themselves creatively and artistically through music and other forms, arts and movement and dance, and there's just so many opportunities to get them moving and creative and get their minds thinking. It's just a whole nother ballgame in music class, and I love it.
Wonderful. Well, I hope you really enjoyed Allison's performance tonight. She did a wonderful job, and this is a little bit higher class than we've had on these Mondays at the museum. So thanks so much again, Allison.
Yes.
Take a bow.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Doesn't Allison have a beautiful voice? We just really appreciate that she would come and take time out of her busy life to share these songs with you, which I know were an encouragement, and I hope you enjoyed them. Coming up, we are working on a whole raft of ideas. So we have everything from another musical night coming up in 2 weeks to some speaking presentations, including a series on mental health. We're going to take a drone out in the field and show you some sites of historical and archaeological significance in our area. And we're open to your ideas. We've got some more music nights planned, and just give us your feedback. Go on our website, qvhsm.org, standing for Quincy Valley Historical Society Museum.org, and you can see the events calendar. You can see what we have, our mission, what's going on around here. You can also communicate with us via email through our website. And we're also on Facebook. You can check us out there, as this live stream was premiered tonight on Facebook. And you can also see all of the whole season 1 and the season 2 presentations on our YouTube channel, which is the Quincy Valley Historical Society YouTube channel, and you can subscribe for free. So thanks so much again for watching. Keep watching, keep encouraging, keep enjoying the stories of life, and embrace all that life has to offer you. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We'll see you soon.